Sygna Suit Ethan, the first out of the 3 Johto Master Fairs that we have. You know, is he worth your gems or not? Especially since we're getting 3 Master Fairs, as well as, you know, the 3rd year anniversary is just around the corner. Well, in this video, we're going to discuss how good he is. So with that said, hit the thumbs up, comment your thoughts, subscribe if you haven't, and share this video to your friends who are unsure what to do. And with that said, let's do this. Yo, this is Sol, also known as SPL Gum, also known as Spatial Gum, also known as Grunt, Yardis Team Skull Grunt, and this is Pokemon Masters EX. Guys, this video is for Sygna Suit Ethan and Lugia, and I'm going to keep this as short as possible because a lot of people have been saying, make your videos shorter! So I'm gonna try my best and skip through parts that I've discussed. And if you want to see those parts, you can check out my June Sync Pairs Who to Scout for video, where I summarize each one of them, plus talk about the 4th unit that is coming out, or rather, the other banner that is coming out on June 20, which is the main character banner featuring Red, Gloria, as well as Lucas. In this video, it's just gonna be about Sygna Suit Ethan. I'm gonna keep things as short as possible and just discuss, you know, a brief thing. You can check out this slide and pause if you want. But he is a flying type striker with 2 different types of attacks. One is flying, one is water, and he is a special attacker. So that means no physical moves. If you raise his attack stat, no use to that. If you pair him up with Sygna Suit LYRA, who has Johto Pride, those extra benefits of Johto Pride will not affect him, except for the defenses, because all his attacks are special attacks. So, what does he do? He has Aeroblast, which has a higher chance of landing critical hits, and then he has Whirlpool, which traps the opponent. And every single time he attacks the opponent, because of his passive skill Extend Range, you're technically hitting everyone instead of just one opponent, and that makes him good. Because of his passive skill MP Regain 9, every single time you attack the opponent using either Whirlpool or Aeroblast, you bring back 1 MP for his trainer moves, and that means that you will never run out of trainer moves. You can just maximize your special attack using X special attack, and you can use This Is It non-stop. And what does This Is It do, guys? This Is It gives you a 50% chance of reducing your sync move countdown, which, you know, makes the faster you are able, the more times you're able to use your sync move, the stronger you get in battle. And then it also raises your accuracy stat and then gives you a critical hit next effect, which reminds me a little bit of Summer Gloria, because Summer Gloria also does something similar to this, as well as Summer Gloria, you land a critical hit on the opponent, you get 1 MP back. So a lot similar to Summer Gloria in this case, but it also has one more thing, which is the increases the user's special moves up next by 3 ranks. And every single time you're able to raise your special moves up next by 1 rank, you're increasing your next damage by 40%. Having it raised by 3 stat ranks raises your damage by 120%, so you're sure to be able to land a very strong Aeroblast or Whirlpool right after you use his trainer move. Take note that special moves up next does not apply to sync moves, so if you use This Is It, you're guaranteed that your sync move is gonna be a critical, but the damage is gonna be similar. So take note of that. No multipliers with his sync move as typical with strikers, but passive skill Brain Power. The higher your special attack stat is, the stronger your sync move is gonna be, and this is one of those better sync move multipliers. So he has a built-in sync move multiplier in the form of Brain Power. So, he has a pretty high HP stat, pretty high special attack stat, and remember Johto Spirit is a master passive skill that all master sync pairs have, which technically raises your special attack stat in terms of using normal Aeroblast and Whirlpool by 20%, and the more sync pairs or the more Johto sync pairs you have, the higher the special attack increase is gonna be to a maximum of 50%. So, if you pair Ethan up with probably Silver or probably the other Sygna Suits, you're able to power up an extra 50% in terms of damage, which makes him extremely good. Now for his sync grid, I'm just gonna very quickly browse through. There are three different sync, there are three sync move multipliers that he has. First is Brain Power, the built-in one. Then you got Interference Sync 5. If the opponent is trapped or flinching or confused, you're able to deal around 50% stronger sync move damage. And then there's Shower Power 3. If it's raining, you get to deal around 30% stronger sync move damage, which is good. But these two multipliers are locked at 3 out of 5. So that means you need at least 3 copies of him in order to maximize his Sync Nuke damage. 3 out of 5, he also gets Sync Thinker 9 as well as This Is It Brawn Game 2, which basically gives him stacks of special moves up next. Personally, I think this is overkill. I think you can get better sync grid tiles instead of these two, just because he can already raise his own special moves up next by using This Is It by 3 ranks. And that's already very strong. I mean, just attack the opponent, just use This Is It again. I mean, who doesn't want 50% chance of reducing your sync move countdown? I would want that. I would want to use This Is It as many times as possible. Bring the sync move countdown as quickly as possible. Get a sync buff, and then do it again, but the battle might be over before you're able to even get that much sync buffs on Sygna Suit Ethan. So, as always, you might not be able to get everything in his sync grid. So, I would like to check and discuss this with you. This is from Homa Tools, this is from STDK12, so thank you for this. At 1 out of 5, you can get everything. You can get everything, no problem, get everything in his grid. At 2 out of 5, I personally chose the Sync Nuke tiles over there. You get 2 Sync Nuke tiles. I personally chose Foul Fighting 2 to, you know, power up your attacks, power up your Whirlpool / Aeroblast after you use Whirlpool once and trap every single opponent. And then I gave him Aeroblast tiles. We got 2 Move Gauge Refresh 3s, which gives you an 80% chance, 40 plus 40% chance of bringing back 1 tile of the grid. And if this triggers both, you can recover 2 Move Gauge by using Aeroblast. And this is just pure power. Aeroblast, Aeroblast, Aeroblast. I think he's pretty fast. And I don't think he has any move gauge issue, so I do not mind getting Racing Rain or something like that. So this is my sync grid, my personal choice. There's no right or wrong. Feel free to revise this as many times as you have to. But I think that is what I am going to do here. And then, for 3 out of 5, this is where I'm pretty... this is where things get interesting. But for me, I'll grab the multipliers, which is Interferencing 5 and Shower Power 3 at the bottom. Interferencing 5, as long as the opponent is trapped or flinching or confused, you deal 50% stronger sync move damage. Shower Power 3, as long as it's raining, you deal 30% stronger damage. You got 3 sync nuke tiles, 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Or you can just revise this 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom, to make your sync move even more powerful. And then we got Foul Fighting 2, just to make our Aeroblasts stronger. And remember, you want to use Trainer Move, Aeroblast, Trainer Move, Aeroblast, Trainer Move, Aeroblast. And if the opponent, you know, trap is not a permanent condition. If Trap is gone, then we use Whirlpool again. Then Aeroblast, blah 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 blah. That is how I would want to use him. Very, very strong sync pair. And remember that you get a triple stack of special moves up next, which already powers up your attacks by 120%. Nice. Alright, let's go back to this slide. And now let us talk about comparisons. Where is my thing? Alright. As you might see over here, Sygna Suit Ethan has the highest HP out of the 4 new units that are coming out. He also has the highest speed, sharing the same speed stat as Sygna Suit LYRA, which is also fast. And remember that if you decide to 6-star EX him, you're able to hit every single opponent, plus all stats are raised by 40, HP is raised by 100. So technically you get 821 HP, pretty high. And then defenses go up to 176, typical I guess. Special attack goes up to 400 something, which is good. Speed stat go up to 376, not bad at all. And then as you can see over here as well, Sygna Suit LYRA is the only one that uses the attack stat. And she has the highest special attack, and so on and so forth. BEDE has the lowest HP. Sygna Suit KRIS as the support has the highest defense and special defense. Now, stats aren't everything, and as I have discussed already in my Who to Scout for video, these are the multipliers that they get, and if you want to hear a detailed explanation of each one, watch my Who to Scout for video. Link will be in the description. And here are the numbers for them. Now, as I have said, Jack informed me that the 3,633,481 does not include any special moves up next stack. So that means the damage is gonna increase even more once he uses This Is It and makes himself stronger. But you know, we have discussed this already, and we are going to now compare him with the other flying type strikers. So if you've reached this point in the video and haven't done it yet, I'd highly appreciate it if you would hit the thumbs up button and leave a comment, as it really helps with the YouTube algorithm and helps this video get spread out. You know, this video took more than 1 day to do, and just a few minutes to record, and just a few minutes to watch. So I'd appreciate it if you would help me do that, and let's get to 10k subs. And now, for the flying types, we actually have 6, or rather was it 7? 6 flying type strikers that can be 6-star EX right now. Sygna Suit Ethan, Anniversary Steven, Blue, Lysander, Nate, and New Year Lance. And I kind of double check. I don't think there are any more. If there are any, well, my mistake. And as you can see over here, Sygna Suit Ethan, even with 721 HP, Lysander has a higher HP stat at 793. Lysander has the lowest defense and special defense though. And as you can see also, Sygna Suit Ethan is pretty much middle ground in terms of everything. Not really excelling way too much in terms of everything. Blue has the highest special attack stat, New Year Lance has the lowest speed stat, and so on and so forth. But in the next slide, guys, I have omitted Lysander. And I think I have omitted someone else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm only choosing 5 of them. I omitted Lysander because Lysander is actually the weakest out of the bunch in terms of both DPS and sync nuke damage. So remove Lysander. Remove Lysander. Here are the multipliers that each of these guys have. Let me just hide myself. And Sygna Suit Ethan has one of the most attack move multipliers, only beaten by Nate, who has one more. Nate as multipliers involve Aerial Ace, Aerial Ace, Aerial Ace. Power Flux 2 and Power Flux 3 can deal with Fly. Meanwhile, New Year Lands, Hyper Beam, and Bounce, I think. Blue has Air Cutter, which is everyone, as well as I forgot what the was it air slash or something. And then when he Mega Evolves, or when his Pokemon Mega Evolves, you got Hurricane. And then Anniversary Steven, as you might know, he has both a Dragon type Draco Meteor as well as a Flying type Dragon Ascent. And I remove all the Draco Meteor multipliers out here because it's only Dragon Ascent that is a Flying type attack. And as you might know, the good form, the higher his stats are, the stronger his damage. So Anniversary Steven is also a Master Fair, so he has the passive or the Master Passive Hoenn Flag Bearer. And if you see, Sygna Suit Ethan actually has the most sync move multipliers out of everyone, which I guess we can say that he will have the highest sync nuke out of everyone. And thank you to Jack again and STDK12 for the tools used in this comparison. And if we compute the damage, this is what it will look like. Sygna Suit Ethan has the highest sync nuke at 13,457,340. And again, if you're curious how this is computed, you can check. It's explained in the document in the description, so check it out. And then New Year Lands has the highest DPS out of everyone. Hyper Beam, 5,261,047. With Nate, even though he has the most multipliers, only having 2,731,635. Now, I would like to interrupt here and say that all these numbers you see over here have the multipliers super effective up next, as well as Flying Zone active. So, as you might know, some of them cannot give themselves super effective up next. Most of them, on only Anniversary Steven, I'm aware. So, take note of those things. But then, as I said also, Sygna Suit Ethan can give himself a special moves up next effect, 3 ranks, and we did not include that in the computation. So I did my computation, let me include this, and this is what it turns out. From a measly 3 million, not really a measly one, but from 3,633,000, beaten by actually most of them except for Nate, it becomes a very, very high 5,943,658, guys. So this Aeroblast beats New Year Lance's Hyper Beam damage. And remember that New Year Lance, he cannot, well, he is a horrible sync pair to buff himself up. You get to receive damage and you only raise 1 stack or 1 stat up for his special attack and physical attack. I'd rather, if you want to use him, you have to bring in another sync pair to help him raise his own stats. Sygna Suit Ethan can maximize his own special attack stat after giving himself the super effective up next. That is what he does. Now, why do you want to scout for Sygna Suit Ethan? Blue. Remember that these damages are talking about their strongest attack. Anniversary Steven, Dragon Ascent. Blue, Hurricane. Nate, Fly. New Year Lance, Hyper Beam. All these attacks are single target attacks. Sygna Suit Ethan's Aeroblast hits everyone. Boom. I think that's enough for me to say how much better Sygna Suit Ethan is compared to the rest of them. Sygna Suit Ethan hits everyone. The rest hits one single opponent. Yeah. I think that's the only thing I have to say here. But, you know, let's sort this by descending order. with Sygna Suit Ethan as the highest, New Year Lance as the second, Anniversary Steven third, Blue fourth, New Year Lance, or rather Nate fifth. And in terms of sync nuking, if we sort this by order, Sygna Suit Ethan is the first one, followed by Inertia Nate, followed by New Year Lance, provided that the stacks have been maxed, followed by Anniversary Steven, followed by Blue, who has no multipliers over here, 4,890,000. But now let us, compare the highest DPS flying type. Highest DPS flying type, we put Leon over here because he also has a very strong hurricane damage. And he is the top 5th in terms of flying type DPS. The others just remain there, just stay there. And in terms of sync nuking, the highest one actually still belongs to Anniversary Skyla, the DPS queen who can bring, or rather the flying sync nuke queen, who brings in Flying Zone so that the other sync pairs can deal this amounts of damage. Without Flying Zone, again, the damage will be reduced. So keep that in mind. You probably want Anniversary Skyla in order to maximize the amount of damage that you can do. But I think I received a question. Is it worthy to scout for Sygna Suit Ethan without Anniversary Skyla? Sure! I mean, yeah. You just power yourself up even more with Anniversary Skyla with Flying Zone. Do you need Flying Zone? No, you don't need Flying Zone. Remember, Aeroblast hits everyone. The Rock hits one opponent. Holiday Skyla hits one opponent. Sygna Suit Ethan hits everyone. Anniversary Skyla hits everyone. And the good thing about Anniversary Skyla is AoE flinch, AoE debuff. Kahili, who has received expansion recently, now can deal pretty high sync nuke damage. Higher than the strikers, but lowest in terms of this top 5. And this is the top 5, by the way. Top 5 flying type sync nukers. It's nice to see Sygna Suit Ethan in this list, flooded with tech sync pairs out here. And now, I've also received a request from you guys to compare Sygna Suit Ethan with the other master fairs in the game. And I decided to include just the top 5. So, just the DPS, not the sync nuke, because the sync nuke, top sync nuke, it's gonna be complicated. So, this is your request. Sygna Suit Ethan actually belongs top 2. The highest master fair DPS that we have. The first one is still Sygna Suit Serena. As you might know, Sygna Suit Serena has very good things in overall. Sygna Suit Serena is the top DPS for master fairs. Then Sygna Suit Ethan, then Sygna Suit Lusamine, then Archie, then Maxi. Now, where is Anniversary N? Anniversary N is actually after Maxi. And also, I considered that these are all AoE attacks. So Sygna Suit Serena, Core Enforcer is stronger than 1000 Waves. Sygna Suit Ethan's Aeroblast. Sygna Suit Lusamine's Prismatic Laser. Archie's Origin Pulse. And Maxi's Precipice Blades. And then Anniversary N is just beside with Blue Flare. And then Sygna Suit Serena, or rather, in terms of the sync nuking, Sygna Suit Lusamine is actually the highest out of the bunch here. Followed by Sygna Suit Ethan, second. Followed by third Sygna Suit Serena, then Maxi, then Archie. Well, probably N has a higher sync nuke here, but again, we're not gonna discuss too much about the sync nuke. I'm just considering the strongest AoE master fairs in the game right now. So should you scout for Sygna Suit Ethan? Well, again, as I said earlier, scout because number 1, he is an AoE flying type attacker. We do not have a lot of them. The other AoE attacks that we have AoE are all weak we're talking about a very strong 4-move gauge Aeroblast here, AOE. Number 2, you want to scout him because Master Fairs have not had a single rerun yet. So if you want to have a complete list of sync pairs, remember that none of the Master Fairs have rerun yet, and even Leon, Maxi Archie have not rerun yet. So if you decide not to scout, he's probably gonna be gone for good or something like that. Number 3, scout because you love him. Faves over the meta, which I'm going to discuss in my next slide. Number 4, scout at least 5 times because Master Fairs give presents for the first 5 multiples that you do in the banners. So you get strike move candy, you get move candy coins, you get power-ups, you get stuff like that. And just in case you're wondering, KRIS, LYRA, and Sygna Suit Ethan, or all the Sygna Suit Master Fairs, give the same presents. So it's not like KRIS gives more support move candies, LYRA gives more tech move candies. No, they give the exact same item, which is sad, but alright. What else? What else? Scout because Johto lacks good sync pairs, especially if you did not get Sygna Suit Giovanni or Sygna Suit Morty. Scout because Johto lacks good sync pair, great sync pairs, and now you got a very, very good sync pair in terms of Sygna Suit Ethan. And yeah, I think that's about it for... Let me know in the comment section why you should scout for Sygna Suit Ethan. Why? What are the reasons you want to scout for Sygna Suit Ethan? And I'm gonna pin the best comment I receive from you guys. Why you want to scout for Sygna Suit Ethan? Best comment is gonna be pinned. Why should you not scout for Sygna Suit Ethan? 1% chance of getting Sygna Suit Ethan. 1%. High chance of being shafted. A lot of people getting Master Fairs, scout points, so prepare to waste 36,600 gems. If you are going to scout for him, prepare to say goodbye to the 36,000. If you're lucky, you get 1 copy before. If you're super lucky, you get 2 copies before. If you're super lucky that I want to punch you, you get 3 copies at the first multiple. Number 2, why you should not scout is because Morty, or Sygna Suit Morty, and Sygna Suit Giovanni has shafted you and you don't have any gems left. Number 3, why you should not scout is because Sygna Suit LYRA is a little bit more interesting than Sygna Suit Ethan in terms of infinite flinch. Infinite flinch, you can use that in any single battle if you're very good. She can destroy any stage. Well, not really herself, but you can flinch chain the opponents and use other sync pairs to destroy the stage. So probably Sygna Suit LYRA a lot better to use in off types than Sygna Suit Ethan. And number 4, or was it number 5? Do not scout because the anniversary, the 3rd year anniversary is coming in 2 months. And I'm expecting 3 Master Fairs again since they've done this already. And last year 3 Master Fairs is the anniversary. So if you want to have, probably the 3rd year anniversary will have better sync pairs than this time. So yeah, if you want to make sure that you're going to be able to get the 3rd year anniversary units without spending money, it's about time that you probably want to save up. But again, all these are my opinion, and you should choose to scout because you like him, you like Johto, you like anything over the meta, because the meta keeps changing. Now we finally have a Master Fair support, which I'm gonna discuss in another video. Stay tuned for that one. And I hope this video is short enough for you guys, and I hope give this a thumbs up. Again, he's the first one that's coming out, followed by KRIS, or rather followed by LYRA, followed by KRIS, followed by BEDE, followed by the triple main character Pokefair Scout, and so on and so forth. I'm expecting what's his name, Hugh, to come out soon. Again, next month we have the summer seasonals. Good luck on your scouts. I'm gonna react to your pulls. People have been asking me, when will I react to Morty and Giovanni? Soon. Let me finish these first, okay? But tomorrow's the release of Sygna Suit Ethan. I wish you the best of luck in your pulls. If you want to have a list of how many gems we can get, check out my how many gems can we get video. Link will also be in the description. But with that said, I hope you appreciate all the efforts. If you want to support the channel like my awesome members, you can click on the join button down below and become a member of my channel, because you can, you know that you're supporting a very good cause, and it's only a little part, like $1 a month or something like that. But shout out to my awesome members: Alcin, Shadowfield, Aryan Singh, Cindy the Cinderace Gamer, Roy, Luca, Jeremy, Arima, Sasri Ambrion, Marcella, Lance Nice, and Ewiz for the huge support. If you want to help out the channel also, you can click on the thanks button down below. After the premiere, it gives you a highlighted comment. It's called the super thanks function, and I would highly and be completely grateful if you do that. But just hitting the thumbs up, comment, and share this to your friends is good enough for me. Thank you so much. This is Sol, also known as SPL Gamma, also known as Spatial Gamma, also known as Grunt. We are this Team Skull Grunt. Now I'm gonna rush and do Sygna Suit LYRA after this. See you in the next video. Rawr!